keeping an eye on these because they love to run away. Oh. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ink and Fig. My name is Alex, and today we're doing my June TBR. So we're finally playing the TBR game, Lunar TBR. I am so excited to finally share this with you. I filmed my bullet journal setup today, so I showed you all how to make this game. I will link that up in the cards here for you to go and see. And now it's time to choose our cards. It's a very exciting time. So basically, this game functions as sort of a Trivial Pursuit kind of game. So I have to work my way around the moons and color in each major moon phase by completing a book on that moon phase. And if I color in all of the moons, then I win. So you will notice when you see the board, there are 3 little dots in between each moon, and those signify the other days of the moon cycle. I may not land on one of the major moons when I roll the dice. That is okay. I still get to read a book for that prompt. It just doesn't count towards my overall cycle total. This is how I get so many books every month. So each time I land on a space, I draw a tarot card. Now those tarot cards line up to prompts that I have predetermined when I started this game a couple of months ago. And I draw those as I go. And then we pick books also as we go. And that's how I build my TBR every month. So without further ado, let's just get started playing so I can show you how it works. All right, so at the time of filming, this is what the board looks like. There is a possibility that this moon will be filled in by the time June actually starts. Here's hoping. But this is what we're working with right now. So we're starting here on this little dot. I've got my fancy die here ready to go. These are the Misty Moon dice from Dakota Irish. So, yeah, please excuse my one nail there. All right, let's do our first roll. 1. Fabulous. So we can move one space into this moon here. So we'll have at least one shot for a moon this month. All right, so because the first one is on a moon, I have to finish it in order to progress through the game. All right, so before I do my first draw, I'm just going to show you the deck we're going to be using. Today we're using the Modern Witch Tarot deck. I love this deck. My only complaint is that the cards are a little bit slippery, so we may get to witness me throw these all over the room, which, you know, honestly just adds to the fun. All right, here we go. No. Already threw 3 on the floor. First, I put those ones on the bottom. All right, so our first card is Strength. This one's going to be great. The prompt for Strength is to read a book with a female lead. I have so many. So for my Strength card, for a book with a female lead, I'm going to be reading If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha. I'm going to read you the blurb from this one because I don't think I can summarize it any better than that. A riveting debut novel set in contemporary Seoul, Korea about 4 young women making their way in a world defined by impossible standards of beauty, after-hours room salons catering to wealthy men, ruthless social hierarchies, and K-pop mania. So from what I understand, this book has a lot of themes about the Korean plastic surgery industry and sort of the beauty standards that go along with that and that created that industry. And this book just looks so good, and I can't wait to read it. Roll number 2. 1. Well, I say let's go back the way we came so that I can try to get these moons up in the corner here. All right, roll number 2. Let's shuffle these up. Roll number 2 is the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is read a memoir. I could not be happier to get this. I know exactly what I'm reading. A couple of months ago on Instagram, I did a poll on whether I should read the memoir of Karamo Brown from Queer Eye or Tan France from Queer Eye, and Tan won that one. So now it is finally time. I'm going to be reading Karamo's self-titled memoir. So excited. This looks so good. Karamo's just such a sweet person, or so he seems on TV, but I mean, like, everyone who seems to talk to him in show business, like, corroborates that. So I'm like, I'm sure he's just an absolutely fabulous human being, and I'm really excited to read his thoughts on life and on his life and, you know, learn from him in sort of a more personal way, because that's what these memoirs are very good at, I think, is basically getting a one-on-one sit down with a cool celebrity and just being able to learn what they have to say. So I'm excited to sit down with him in book form and learn from him. All right, rule number 3. 2. We're inching ever closer to these other moons. All right, let's do rule number 3. Oh God. Well, if the deck throws one at you. Queen of Wands. Interesting. So I actually had this card last month as well. The prompt for the Queen of Wands is to read a book that's popular on Instagram right now. So this book is not the most popular book that I've seen on Instagram. That was one that I read last month. This is one that I have heard about in the news that is causing quite the stir. And my friend is reading it, so we're going to kind of read it at the same time. I'm going to be reading Manhunt by Gretchen Felker-Martin. This book, for those of you who have not heard about it, is from what I understand, a post-apocalyptic horror novel about people with too much testosterone becoming the monster, basically. So the only people left are women, trans men, and non-binary folks. I am stoked for this. I have heard nothing but good things. I have heard a lot of scathing reviews from a particular group of people who feel attacked by this book for some reason. That's too bad for you. I think it's going to be great. Can't wait. Regardless of if this is for a moon or not, I am reading the hell out of this book this month, and I'm going to love every second of it. And lastly, here is roll number 4. 2. So we missed that moon completely, but we will finish right here. All right, here's our last one, roll number 4. Oh my God, this one seems good. What's this? It's upside down. The Hierophant. I have never drawn this card in my life for tarot or this game or anything. Ooh. The prompt for the Hierophant is read a book that was recommended to you on Storygraph. So I'm back at my computer and I'm gonna find a book that's been recommended to me on Storygraph. Since it's Pride Month, I want to see if I can get something a little bit gay. Ooh. I saw this one in someone else's video the other day, and it actually looked kind of interesting, although she said she didn't like it very much. Average rating is 4.19. Honestly, I'm willing to give this a shot. All right, so this book is called Perfect on Paper. I do not own this, so I'm going to need to see if my library has it, and if not, I guess I just have to go buy a new book. So this book is about, from what I understand, a teenage girl who runs an advice column through her locker with secret notes. And the girl she has a crush on has a crush on someone else. And there's a lot of extremely morally gray, ethically incorrect decisions that are made throughout this book, and people learn lessons, and it's a big growing opportunity. And honestly, it sounds like a hot mess in the best way, so I think that is what I'm going to read for this prompt. All right, so all in for Pride Month, I think I got a pretty good spread here. I didn't do quite as well last month for Asian Heritage Month, and I feel bad about that. Also, I feel bad because I once again did not get to Norwegian Wood. I'll get there eventually, I promise. It's sitting on my desk right now looking at me. So it's going to get read at some point. So I'm making up for that by reading Francis Cha's If I Had Your Face, which I think is going to be very good. And then for my queer books, we're going to be reading, in no particular order, Manhunt by Gretchen Felker-Martin. She is a trans woman. We stan trans authors, want to read more, and this book is going to be absolutely incredible. We've got Karamo's self-titled Memoir, and we've got Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez. So that was my June TBR. stick around on this channel. Go subscribe down below so that you can see all of my June vlogs as I work my way through these 4 books and try to get them read and finished and, you know, in my favorites pile, I'm sure. I think all of these are going to be absolutely fantastic. Let me show you the stack. Very excited. Obviously, Perfect on Paper is not pictured here because I do not own it. I'm going to be figuring out whether or not my library has that, and I'm going to go try to obtain it. And then I can take a better stack picture for you in another video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Please give this video a like and a comment, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. We're getting more and more videos out all the time, so I have plenty to show you. And you can follow me on all of my social media at Ink and Fig. I am most active on Instagram, but you can find me basically everywhere. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!